Welcome to this video. If we are going to start with the first step, or we are going to implement the clean of the board. The first is to, because we'll explain what this is going to do. If one is not in all pose and two is not in all pose, so we're going to do, if we put the if. Why do I keep using capital letter? So if one is not in all pose and two is not in all pose, it's going to be same thing. So I'm going to do that of. Now let me start changing it. Here is going to be for 3, and here is going to be 4. Here is going to be 5. Let me do for other one. Here is going to be 6. Here is going to be 7, 8, and here is going to be 9. So we'll get rid of these last other ones. So I think it's not too hard to understand. If one is not in all pose and two is not in all pose, this and just to make sure that all these condition, one is not there, two is not there, 3 is not there, 4 is not there. If you use all, once one is not in any of this, it's going to run. But in this way, it's going to make sure that of them exist inside there. 1 is not there, 2 is not there, 3 is not there, 4 is not there, 6 is not there, 7 is not there, 9 is not there, so on and so forth. So once it's not inside there, that means we'll know that what is being filled up in this our all post is going to be that of our X and O. That's what is being filled up. So what we're going to do, we need to turn this our X and O to back to original form, which is going to be our PS1 to post now, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just going to copy of it and then bring it down here under the if condition. So let's get an error. So that since our board is inheriting from this all post, so we need to also bring down this all post down here. So since this all post has been changed, so our all post can also be changed. So let's just copy this down here, copy this, bring it down here. In case if we don't want to copy this, want to make it, so we can write our else condition and then put this all post down here, just so there won't be any all posts here. But as of now, this is basically enough. So if we print the all board, if the situation whereby this thing is filled up, and if we print all board, all post need to be changed to this of 1 to 9. So since it's done inheriting from this current all post, if we print out the board automatically go and inherit this all post. So it's no longer going to use all post. All post is now currently going to be here. But if this condition is not met, this board is going to inherit from this all post, because this condition is not going to run. So let's copy the let me make a little bit of text to let the players know that I'm trying to click. We can see right now. Okay, you can see cleaning board successful. And that successful. You should know how to make use of your Control C and your Control V. It's really important. Like I said, this is going to be under here. You can see just basically the same thing that we did initially. So now we can run our code. We are not going to get any problem. Let's run it. Let's try to fill up the board and see what is going to happen. You can see this is our initial board. So let me try to fill up the board. In a situation there is not going to be any winner. Let's say player 1, let's play on 9, and player 2, let's play on 1. Let's say player 1, let's play on 7, and player 2, let's play on 8, and player 1 is time, let's play on 4. So player 2 is your turn and to play on 3, and then player 1 final turn to play on 1. Sorry, on 2. You can see you get to see what happened there. Cleaning board, right? Cleaning board now. Cleaning board successful. Our board turned back to sorry, our board have not turned back. Let's run something. Yep, sorry. When I run it the second time, the board got printed. I can see the new right here, but we need to try to print out this board down here. So when the board is done, you can see the board got cleaned up here. It's supposed to be printed out the new the new board, but we didn't do that because we didn't print out the board. And when the player 2 is done playing that, the board was printed. I can see this is what the initial board. Player 2 played in position 3 and 3 got changed here. But let's do that. Let's print out the board after it's done cleaning. So we'll do that. So it's going to be here. The first is going to be, I'm going to print board here. Okay, let me put it on side here. I want to print same for player 1. That. So here we're going to print the board after it's done cleaning. It's going now. Okay, so this is our board right here. So let's try to fill up the board. Just can't get to occupy this piece here. Okay, let's say 5. Okay, let's say 6. Let's say player 2. Let's say I play on 2. Player 3 on player 1 on 8. And then player 2 on 7. And then player 1 on 9. Let's say player 1 hit the 9. Player 2 is your turn. Player 2 hit on 3. Player 2 to play on 3 now is going to be is going to win, and then player 2 is going to, come on, how do I stop this? Let's say on 4, if I was to play that, once player 1 definitely have to play on 3, player 1 is going to win. Let's try one more time. 5, 9. Let's see, player 1 6 and player 2 on 4, and then player 1 on let's say on 1, and player 2, let's say player 2 on 3, and player 1 on 7. We can see down here we still have a little bit of problem, even though we printed our board after you can see cleaning on. Let me go down a little bit. You can see after we cleaned the board, we printed out our board. Meanwhile, this board did inherit from the board we printed out was still our local the initial board. So what we are going to do is to copy this board right here. We're going to copy this board and then let it inherit directly from this of our all pools. So from this of our pools, current pools, so I'm going to paste it down here. Let me tab it to arrange it properly. So we're going to know we're going to tab this. Okay, sir. Arrange it properly. So I'm going to do it for the second side. I'm going to do the same thing here. So it's just basically it. So let's run this our code again and see our results. Let me close this terminal, then open it one. Let's try occupying the board. Let's say 1, 5. Let's say player 1 6 and player 2. Let's say player 2 decided to play on 3, and then player 1 decided to play, let's say, on 7. Player 2 hit the 4. Player 1 hit 9. Player 2 hit 8. And then player 1 turn, he hit 2. Now right now if I play these 2 now, this player 1 here, this 2 is going to be X. There's not going to be any winner. So let's see what happened to our board. You can see cleaning and board right now. You can see the board got cleaned successfully, and the new board got printed out. You see how beautiful that was and how easy that was to implement. So you can see that after the player 1 done, you can see cleaning board. If we start making use of modules like our libraries, we're going to make this a little bit interesting. But now let's leave it like this. You can see the board cleaned the board successfully. Everything got cleaned up back to our initial board. You can see down here. And then it printed out a new board. Now player 1 can, so player 2 can decide to put on 9 again to continue. You can see it turn to, and player 1 can put on 5 to continue playing the game till there is a winner. So that's basically what I want us to cover in this video. And next, we are going to do the second way to implement cleaning of the board. It's going to be similar to this, but it's going to be a little bit a little bit higher, and we're going to make use of like this comprehension to achieve there. But this is just the basic and the simplest way to do this. So I think this we have come to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, also like and share with your friends who might be needing this. So I'll be able to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.